Gymnastics families, it's Coach Jill. We hope you guys are staying healthy and safe at home. All of the coaches miss you. We wish we could be teaching you gymnastics, but we're gonna provide you with a video today where you can work some of that stuff at home. So this video is going to be for our junior stars. So what we're gonna go over in this video is skills and exercises that you can do at home. They're gonna help you stay active and improve your gymnastics. So a little rundown of what we're gonna do today. We're gonna start with our warm-up, like you guys always do in your class, going over your stretches and your positions. Then we're gonna go over floor, where we're gonna work on our cartwheels and go over some drills you can do at home to help improve them. We're also going to go over our handstands and our bridges. Then we'll work on bars and vault, and we will go over some body positions and drills you can do at home to help with your key skills, like your pull over on bars and your forward roll over the bar. Then we will go to beam, and we will go over our beam positions, how we stand on the beam. We'll go over releve walks, and once we finish with all of that, we're gonna play a game at the end. So that's gonna be super fun. So if you stay tuned for the whole video, we're gonna get to play a game at the end. So you're not gonna need any special equipment for this, but just a few things you're gonna wanna make sure you have is some nice flat open space so you're not gonna kick anyone or anything, a wall that you can climb your feet up, or a couch or a chair that you can put your feet on. You're also gonna want something soft like a pillow or a blanket or a couch cushion. I have my friend Blue right here, so that's gonna be my squishy object. Just in case I fall, it will protect me. You're also going to want a stuffed animal friend, so I have my rainbow fish friend here. They're gonna do the warm up with us today. And then if you have one, a scrunchie, and we're gonna put that on our cartwheel foot. If you're not sure what foot that needs to be on, don't worry, we'll go over it later. So you're gonna want all that stuff, and then we're gonna get ready to get started. Your safety is our #1 priority. So if there's any skills you are not comfortable doing, then don't do them. Just do skills you are comfortable doing. So with that in mind, we are gonna go ahead and get started on our warm-up. So grab your stuffed animal friend. I have my rainbow fish right here. For the first part, they're just gonna sit next to us. So have him or her sit next to you. And we're gonna do our butterfly. As you can see, I'm already in my butterfly. So we're gonna grab our toes and we're gonna flap our butterfly wings. And I want you to think about where you're gonna fly to today with your butterfly wings. Let's give us a second to think. Did you think of something? What do you think? Where do you think we should fly to? I think I'm gonna fly to Little Mermaid's my favorite princess, so I'm gonna fly to go see her. Where should you fly to today? All right, we're gonna go ahead and smell our toes. I hope they're not too stinky. Pee you. Are they smelly? Let's try it one more time. Reach down, smell those toes. Come back up. Okay, go ahead and grab your stuffed animal. We're gonna make our legs straight like this. Do you girls remember what this is called? When our legs are straight out in front of us. It's called a pike. So we're gonna put our friend, we're gonna reach down and put him in between our toes. And we're gonna point our toes just like my toes are pointed like this. And then we're gonna flex him. And then we're gonna point him. And then we're gonna flex him. And then we're gonna point him. And we're gonna reach him. And we're gonna grab our stuffed animal. We're gonna reach as far as we can. Good job. Okay, now we're gonna let him go. This one's kind of tricky. We're gonna try to pick up our friend with our feet and lift him up. So we're gonna put our hands down so we're balanced. We're gonna try to pick him up in between our feet and then lift and then bring him back down and drop him. Good job. We're gonna try it a couple more times. We're gonna lift, squeeze it in between our feet and lift up back down. Do you girls remember what this position's called? This is called our pike, okay? Now grab your friend, reach forward, and we're gonna open up like this, as big as we can. Do you remember what this is called? This is called a straddle. Now, this is really important. We have to make sure our knees are looking up at the ceiling, at the sky. They don't wanna be up at the ceiling. We're gonna hold our friend, and we're gonna reach over and try to reach as far as we can. Can you touch your toe? Reach as far as you can. Now we're gonna reach up, and we're gonna try to touch our other toe. And we're gonna reach up, and we're gonna reach to the middle, and we're gonna slide out as far as we can go. Nice job. So this is called our straddle, when our legs are open like this. Now next we're gonna try our table. Do you girls remember how to do your table? So it's gonna be a little bit trickier. We're gonna try to balance our friend on our belly. If our belly is not flat, our friend is gonna fall off, and we don't want our friend to fall off. So put your feet out in front of you, and we're gonna balance our friend on our belly, put our hands down, and then lift up. Now if you need to adjust your friend, you can. You can move him to the middle of your belly if you need to. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna grab our friend and lift him with one hand. Good, put him back down. Now we're gonna grab our friend and lift him with our other hand. Good job, put him back down. We're gonna try that again. Ready? Grab it with one hand. Say hello. Can you pick up one foot at the same time and try to balance? Ooh, that's tricky. Okay, put your foot down. Put your friend back. Let's try to do it with our other side. Lift him up and lift up one leg. Ooh, that's tricky. Okay, put your friend down and come on down. Nice job. Can you say thank you to your friend for helping you today? Thank you, Rainbow Fish. Okay, we're gonna put our friend over to the side, and they're just gonna watch for the rest of our class, okay? So keep them in a safe spot where they're not gonna get kicked. Now we're gonna go over our splits. So for our splits, the easiest way to do it is to go up tall on our knees, like this. Then we're gonna put one foot in front. And now all we're gonna do is put one hand on each side and slide down as far as we can go. And we're gonna hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Make sure your knee stays on the floor. We don't wanna be sitting like this. Make sure we're up tall. Good job. Let's try our other leg. Whew, ready? Put it out in front. One hand on each side. Slide down as far as you can go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on out. All right, we're gonna stand up, girls. Who can show me their stick position? Who remembers? That's right, we want our feet a little bit apart, and we want our arms out in front, and we bend. This is called our stick. What do we do after our stick? We put our arms up and we say, ta-da! This is called our finish, our ta-da. So we're gonna do our stick, and ta-da, stick, and ta-da. Try one more time, stick, and ta-da. All right, do you girls feel all warmed up? Are you ready to start on floor and work some cartwheels? I think I am ready to go. So let's take a quick breath and get ready for our next event, which is floor, okay? So before we get started on our cartwheels on floor, I want to go over your progress charts. So as you can see, I have mine here, and this is my floor progress chart. So you're gonna have 3 of them. You're gonna have one for floor, you're gonna have one for beam, and then you're gonna have one for vault and bars. Those will be on the same sheet of paper. So on my sheet, this is floor. You can see I have 4 skills that I'm working on. I have cartwheels, I have donkey kicks, I have handstands, and I have bridges. So the first one is cartwheels, and there are 2 numbers under cartwheels. Number 1 is saying 5 cartwheels against a wall, and number 2 is saying 5 cartwheels without a wall. So number 1 is what we should do first. We shouldn't just go straight to number 2. The reason we have 2 skills for each is because number 1 is a little bit easier, and number 2 is going to take some practice, so it's a little bit harder. So for number 1, it says I've done 5 cartwheels against the wall, and I have 5 boxes checked off. That means I did it 5 times. Yay, that's awesome. I get to move on to number 2 and do 5 cartwheels without the wall. Now, girls, we want to make sure that we're not just checking off 5 boxes in one day, because then we're not really learning as well as we could be. So it's going to take you 5 days, 5 different times to check off a box. So on my first day, I checked off the box. Then on my second day, I got to check off a box until I did it on 5 different days. Pretend like you're going to 5 different gymnastics classes. It takes you that many times to get it, okay? So now that I have done my first 5, I get to move on to the second one. That's awesome. So you're going to want to have this printed out so you can check off how you're doing, keep track of your progress. And if you bring it back to the gym all filled out when we are open, you are going to get 25 tickets. Yes, super duper exciting. So go ahead and fill out your progress charts and you can bring them back to the gym for some extra tickets. Okay, Junior Stars, are you ready to do some floor? We're going to go ahead and get started. So you're going to want to make sure you have your scrunchie, some wall space, and that squishy pillow that we talked about before. So I have a scrunchie on my foot. This is the foot I do my cartwheel with and I do my handstand with. Now, if you are not sure what foot to put your scrunchie on, go ahead and try a couple of cartwheels on both feet and see which one feels better. And whichever one feels better, go ahead and put the scrunchie on that foot. Now, gymnasts and parents, if you are not sure what foot to put it on, a good test you can do is put your feet together and you're going to pretend you're falling forward. And whatever foot goes out in front of you to catch you, that's what one will be your cartwheel foot, your scrunchie foot. So parents, if you want to go ahead and do that with your gymnast, if they forget what foot they do their cartwheel with, which happens all the time, that's why we're putting a scrunchie on it. That is a good way you can test it. Now, it doesn't matter what foot you use. Some of us use our right, some of us use our left. It doesn't matter. It's just whatever feels good for you. But you want to have that scrunchie on there so you can remember. So you're always practicing that same foot for your cartwheel and that same foot for your handstand. So we're not going to forget. Okay? So let's make sure we got our scrunchie on our right foot. If you need to do any more practice cartwheels, make sure you got it down. Okay, so I'm going to show you just what a cartwheel looks like in case you're not sure. Then we're going to go over our drills to help make it awesome. So I'm just going to show you a cartwheel right here. Okay, so that is what a cartwheel looks like. Now the first drill I'm going to show you guys is going to use your wall. So go find your wall. Now I hope you guys saw in my cartwheel that my feet kicked up to the ceiling. They don't want to kick sideways. So this drill is really good for getting comfortable kicking our feet up and over our head and working on that arm strength. So gymnasts and parents, you're going to want to go to your wall. You're going to want to get in your lunge. Now this is the tricky part. You're going to want to make sure your belly faces it. Because if our back faces it, it's not helping us kick our feet up. We're doing this so it forces us to kick our feet up to the ceiling. If I kick them sideways, I'm going to crash into my wall. So make sure you know what side you're going to start on. You might need to try it a few times. But we're going to try it together. We're going to kick up. And now we're going to bring our feet apart to our straddle position. Because this is what we look like in a cartwheel. Our feet do not come together. Then we're going to step down our not scrunchy foot, and then our scrunchy foot, and stand back up. I'm going to do that one more time a little bit faster. So I start with my scrunchy foot in front. I'm going to kick up to a straddle, and step down, and stand back up. So that's what you're doing here. This is a really good drill you can do at home. And it's going to help you get comfortable kicking those feet up and over the top, okay? So I have my progress chart right here. It says 5 cartwheels against a wall. So if you did 5 cartwheels against a wall, soft object and put it out in front of you. So I'm sure you girls remember this. We do donkey kicks in class a lot. Gymnasts and parents, this is important. It's going to work on that arm strength when we're upside down, being able to hold our own weight, and also being comfortable getting our hips up and over our head, because that can be scary sometimes. So I'm going to show you it first, then we'll try it together. So our hands go on the floor, and our pillow is out in front of us, just in case we bend our arms. He's there to protect us. So our hands are flat on the ground. We're trying to keep our arms straight and jump up. Now you don't want to jump up too high because you don't want to tip over. And remember, if we bend our arms, we're going to crash. So we want to make sure we're not going to crash. So go ahead and try 5 of those donkey kicks. Now while you're trying that, something that you can do to help your gymnast parents, and gymnasts, this is good for you to know too. This is working on that arm strength. So a good way to test that arm strength is you're gonna put your arms up really, really tall over your head. Keep your hands open like this, not closed. And we're stretching really tall, squeezing, keeping our arms straight. Now parents, you're gonna wanna push down on your child's hand. Push on both of them. I can only push on one of my hands, I'm only one person, but you're gonna push down on both their hands. If they're doing it correctly, they're gonna push against you and keep their arms straight. If they forget to keep their arms straight, they're gonna bend like this. And if we do this in the middle of a donkey kick or a handstand or a cartwheel, that's not good. We don't wanna do that. So this is a really good way. Have your child put their arms up, remind them to keep them nice and strong, nice and straight, and push down on those hands. And you can push hard against them. Have them push back against you, because that's what they need to feel when they're on the floor. Pushing and making those arms straight into the floor. So go ahead and do those donkey kicks. I have my chart here. I'm gonna give myself a check mark. Yay, I did 5 donkey kicks. Awesome. The next one on there is 5 L kicks, which I'm not sure if you girls know what that is, so I'm going to show you, but we're not doing them yet, because remember, we have to get through all our donkey kicks first. So for this one, it's kind of a mixture between a donkey kick and a handstand. You're going to want that pillow in front of you, and we're going to start in our lunge, like we do for our cartwheel. And we're going to put our hands down on the floor, and we're just going to kick a little bit. We're not trying to get our feet together. It's called an L, because our legs look like an L. We're just going to kick a little bit and finish back in our lunge, okay? So that is an L kick. Let me show you it one more time. And come back up. So once you've mastered those donkey kicks, that's the next step you do. That's going to help you get a super duper awesome handstand. So the next skill on our sheet is our handstand with our belly against a wall. So let's go back to our wall. And we're going to put our hands down and climb our feet up as high as we can. And we're going to try to hold it for 5 seconds. Are you ready? Let's do it together. Hands down. Climb our feet up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Climb them down. Yay! Good job. So I'm going to show you a way you can make it a little bit easier for yourself, or maybe make it a little bit harder for yourself. So, when I'm over here, the further away my hands are from the wall, the easier it is, because I have less weight I'm supporting. So if it's a little tricky for you, move those hands away from the wall. If that feels a little easy, you want to challenge, walk those hands in a little bit closer. So here, pretty easy. It gets trickier the closer I get to getting my belly all the way flat against the wall. And then we climb down. Okay, so let's grab our progress chart and let's check off that we did our handstand for 5 seconds. Yay! The next one after that, number 2, is for 10 seconds. So a little bit trickier. Now the last skill we're gonna do on floor today is our bridges. So, bridges are kind of like a tabletop. So we're gonna have to sit down for this one, girls. And I'm gonna show you this way, 'cause it's a little bit easier for you to see. So just hang tight for a second and watch what a bridge is in case you forget. So we lay down flat, we bend our knees, we bend our arms, we put our hands flat like we do for our backward roll, like our pizza hands. And then we're just gonna push up and try to hold and make sure we come down safely. And when we come down, we give ourselves a big hug and we rock and roll. So that is a bridge. So we're gonna try that all together and try to hold it for 5 seconds. Are you ready? All right, we're gonna try it. So we're gonna lay down flat on our back. We're gonna bend our knees. We're gonna bend our arms, make our pizza hands. Okay, and we're gonna bridge up. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Give yourself a big hug. Nice job. Let's check off our charts. Give ourselves a big check mark there. Or you can put stickers on your chart too if you want. So we held our bridge for 5 seconds. That's awesome. Level 2 on that is holding it for 10 seconds. Okay, my friends, so if you're having a little bit of trouble on your bridge, that's okay. Keep working on it and it's gonna get better. The more you practice it, the better it's gonna get. But some tips I'm gonna give you is keep practicing your tables. You remember what your tables look like? When we're trying to push our belly flat, that's gonna make those arms nice and strong, and it's gonna make it easier for you. Another thing you can do is put your feet up on a raised surface, like a couch or like your pillow that's on the floor, and that can make it a little bit easier sometimes. So I'm gonna show you right here. I'm gonna put my feet up on this block. So I'm gonna lay down and I put my feet up. And sometimes it can be a little tricky pushing up. So try it. If it helps, great. If not, then just keep working it on the floor. And you're gonna push up and try to hold like that. And then you can come back down. Okay? So that is just a couple of things you can do to help your bridges at home. I hope you girls had so much fun working on your floor stuff. We are gonna get ready for our next thing we're gonna do. Do you remember where we're going after floor? We're gonna do bars and we're gonna do vault. So let's get ready for that. All right, Junior Stars, so the next 2 events we are gonna work on are bars and vault. And these events are the hardest ones to work at home because I know most of you probably don't have a bar and most of you probably don't have a vault springboard and a runway and a vault mat to jump up to. So no problem. The things we're gonna work on are gonna help with your key skills that you're working on those 2 events. So for bars, the first thing we're gonna work is our hollow body hold to our Supergirl hold. That is going to help with our pullovers. So let's go ahead and sit down. And we're gonna go over what a hollow body hold is. So for our hollow body hold, we're gonna lay down, but we wanna make sure our shoulders and our feet are up off the floor and our hands are by our side. They don't wanna grab our legs. So this is a hollow hold. Let's just try to hold it for a few seconds. Good job. Woo, that's tricky. So for that, gymnasts and parents, something to look out for, we want to make sure our back is flat against the floor. There shouldn't be a space. So I'm going to show you something you can do to help with that. So when you lay down flat on the floor, if you can, I'm not going to be able to fit a hand right now. That's good. Now I can fit a hand. Uh-oh. That means my back isn't flat. So we want to make sure we're pulling our belly in and our back is flat. I can't fit a hand, that's good. So that's our hollow body hold. Our Supergirl hold, we're gonna lay down flat on our belly. Our arms are gonna go out in front of us. And we're gonna lift our arms and our feet up off the floor. And hold like this, like we're flying, like we're Supergirl, okay? So that's our Supergirl, the other one's our hollow body. So we're gonna try to go right from our hollow body to our Supergirl. You ready? So we're gonna hold it for 5 seconds, our hollow, flip over to our belly, and hold that for 5 seconds. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Hollow body hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring our arms up and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, take a break. Good job. Nice. All right, I'm going to show you this way so you can see a little bit better. But I'm just going to hold it for, not for 5 seconds, just a little bit. So here's my hollow. My arms come up, and I turn, and I hold my super girl. That is pretty tricky, but it's going to help us get some nice, strong muscles that will help with our pullover. Something for gymnasts and parents to look out for is trying to keep, when we roll from our hollow body to our super girl, so from our back to our belly, is keeping our feet and our hands off the floor. So we're using our tummy muscles to flip ourselves over. So let me show you the right way. So here's my hollow, arms up, and turn. Now if I did it right, my feet and my hands don't touch the floor. It's tricky though, so we want to make sure we're not doing this. Here, ooh, uh-oh, I dropped my feet and I dropped my arms. So that is what you're trying to work on, okay girls? So let's grab our chart. Let's make sure we have our new chart out for bars and for vault. So for our hollow body and our super girl hold, it says we're gonna hold it for 5 seconds. We're gonna do that 3 times. So you hold your hollow for 5, flip to your belly to your super girl, hold it for 5, take a break, then hold your hollow body, then hold your super girl, take a break, then do it one more time. So once you've done it 3 times, go ahead and give yourself a check mark. And then the next one on your sheet is holding it for 8 seconds, 3 times. Ooh, little tricky, but you can take breaks in between. So that's your next one. Now our next skill on floor is a forward roll. Now I know you might be saying, that's kind of weird. Why am I doing a forward roll on floor? How's that gonna help me with bars? Well, on bars, we all work on our forward rolls over the bar. And I know those can be a little bit scary sometimes. Now, we don't have a bar right now, so we're just gonna practice it on the floor. So I'll show you a forward roll first, then we'll try it together. So we're gonna make sure we start with our feet and our legs together. Arms are up. We bend our knees. We reach down. We lift our booty up. We tuck our head and we roll. And we stand up and we ta-da. So let's go ahead and try that. Go ahead and try your forward roll. And on our chart, it wants us to do 5 of those. Now that doesn't mean you need to do 5 in a row without standing up. I don't want you crashing into any walls. It means you can do 1, stand up, ta-da, then try it again. Now a few things to look out for, my gymnasts and my parents watching. We want to make sure that we're tucking our head and we're rolling on the back of our head, right here. We don't want to roll on our forehead. We don't want our head to go back like this. That's going to hurt our neck. So a really easy way to make sure you do that is once you go to your squat, lift your hips up, look for your belly. I saw my belly, that forces me to tuck my head. One more thing I want to challenge you to do is see if you can stand up from your roll without using your hands. See how I didn't use my hands? A lot of us, when we do our roll, this is what we do. We roll, and then we push with our hands. I want to challenge you and see if you can stand up without those hands and make sure you finish after every one. So let's grab our chart. If you did your 5 forward rolls, go ahead and give yourself a check mark. Good job. The next one is 10 forward rolls. So we're not going to do that yet, because remember we have to get all our boxes filled in number 1 before you go to number 2. So that is what we're going to do for bars today. Let's try our vault. So for vault, usually we run and we hit a springboard, and then we jump, and then we stick, and then we finish. Now we don't have a springboard, but we can do some other parts of it. So make sure you still got your scrunchie on, and I want you to put your scrunchie foot behind you this time. And now we're standing in a lunge, but our scrunchie foot is behind us. So make sure our front leg is bent, our back leg is straight, and our arms are going to be by our side instead of being up. Going to be down by our side. Now this is how we want to run, and then how we want to jump to the springboard. It's called a hurdle. So I'm just going to show you it first. So I have my scrunchy foot behind me, and I'm going to bring my feet together, then I'm going to jump up like I'm trying to grab a star in the sky. So just watch me for a second. Scrunchy foot behind, feet together, jump up, grab a star. Just like that. Let's try it together. Scrunchy foot behind, front leg bent, arms down. Ready, feet together, jump up, grab a star. Nice, let's try it again. Scrunchy foot behind, arms down, front leg bent. Okay, ready? We're gonna jump our feet together and grab that star. Here we go. Feet together, grab a star, and stick. Good. Now girls, after every one of those, you should be landing in your stick, and then your pretty ta-da finish. Okay, so let's grab our chart. Let's see how many. So it wants us to do 5, jump and grab the star. So once you've done 5, go ahead and fill out your box. Put your sticker there or put your check mark there. So that's what we're going to work on bars and on ball today. Great job, girls. Remember where we're going next? We only have one more event left. Can you figure it out? We're going to go to beam, so let's get ready for that. Okay, junior stars, so we're going to do our last event, which is beam. So if you have a line or you want to put one down with tape, go ahead and do that now. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can just pretend you're on a line. So let's step on our line. And we're going to go over our positions. So our first position, we're going to pretend that we're a princess, and we're going to put high heels on, and we're going to put our princess crown on. That's called our releve. So we're going to make sure our feet are a little bit in front of each other. They don't want to be super side by side. Make sure they're a little bit in front of each other. And then we're going to put our arms up like we're a pretty princess. Put our crown on. Put our high heels on. And this is called releve. Say releve. And we're going to hold it. Now we're going to put our hands on our hips. And we're going to try our passe. That's going to bring our foot right next to our knee. And you can try it on both feet. Now we're going to try our coupe. Does anyone remember where your foot goes for that one? That's going to go next to our ankle. So coupe, passe, coupe, passe. Nice job. Okay, can you try to do them without me showing you? Try your releve with your crown. Did you get it? Like this. Try your coupe. Yep, just like this. Try your passe. Next, Stormy. What about our stick? That one's like this. What about our ta-da? Arms up. Nice job. So keep working on that. If you got all those, great. If not, that's okay. Keep practicing. So we're going to start working on our releve walks. Releve, like we just went over, means we're putting on our high heels. We're on our tippy toes. So go ahead and go to the end of your line. And we're going to put our arms up. Or you can put them out. Whatever you feel best with. So they can go out to the side, or you can do your crown. I'm going to go up on our tippy toes. And we're going to try to walk all the way to the end of our line without falling off. Woohoo! If you made it all the way across, go ahead and check off your box that says releve walks forward. Now the second one after that is walking backwards, which I know can be a little bit scary. So girls, when you walk backwards, you gotta make sure you're still looking in front of you, not behind you. But you gotta feel for your line with your toe. See how I'm pointing my toe behind me? Because if you were on a beam, you won't want to walk off the end. So you gotta make sure you're feeling with that toe. Now one more thing, when you're on your beam, you don't want to be looking all over the place or you might fall off. So you want to make sure you're looking at something right in front of you instead of looking to the side or looking all the way around, okay? That's going to help you stay on your beam. So that's the first thing we're going to do. The next thing we're going to work on is a straight jump. So our straight jump, remember our feet don't want to be super side by side, a little bit in front of each other. And we're going to bring our arms up. And then we're going to bring them down and swing them up and jump. That's called the straight jump because our legs stay straight. Can you try that? Let's try it. Ready? Arms down and jump up as high as you can. Good job. Let's check our chart. It wants us to do 5 straight jumps. So once you've done 5 straight jumps where you stay on your line, try not to fall off, you can fill out your box. The next one is a split jump. So remember at the beginning, we went over our split. It's when our legs come apart. So we're gonna try to open our legs just a little bit. And you can do it on your scrunchy foot in front or your other foot in front, or you can try both. It's up to you. So this one, our arms are gonna go out to the side and then back down. So they start here, when we jump, they go out, and they come back down. So we're gonna jump and land. See how my legs open just a little bit? Let's try it again. Just like that. So that's what you're gonna work on after you get through all your straight jumps, after you fill out those 5 boxes, okay? Now we're gonna work on some turns. So a turn, the first one we're gonna do is our pivot turn. So you pick what foot you wanna put in front. I'm gonna do my scrunchy foot first. I'm gonna put my arms up in my princess crown. I'm gonna put my high heels on in my releve. And I'm just gonna try to turn and then turn back. Now, sometimes we make mistakes and we're gonna try to turn this way. Uh-oh, it didn't really work for me. So let's try to turn the other way instead and see if it's a little bit easier. So parents, gymnasts, you might get a little bit confused what way you want to turn. If it feels weird and it looks like this, it means you're going the wrong way. So just keep that same foot in front and turn the other way. So that's called your pivot turn. Let's grab our chart and we're gonna do 5 pivot turns. Once you've done your 5 pivot turns, go ahead and fill out that box. Now let me show you the next one. So the next one is 5 half turns on 1 foot. So we're gonna do these on our scrunchy foot. And we're gonna put our hands on our hips. We're gonna go up on our toes, on our releve, and try to turn halfway around. So just halfway, not all the way around. So I'm gonna start looking at this wall, and I'm gonna land looking at the other wall. If it feels a little tricky to turn one way, you can try turning the other way. Try both ways. So that's your half turn on 1 foot. So once you get past your pivot turns, you'll get to work your half turn on 1 foot. Parents and gymnasts, one more thing to look out for on those turns is you need to be up on your releve to complete your turn. As soon as my feet drop, uh-oh, I didn't get all the way around in my turn. So I have to stay up on my tippy toes until I finish the turn. Then I can drop them and go to my flat feet. Okay, so that is all the things we are gonna work on beam today. Great job, Junior Stars. We got through all 4 events. We did floor, bars, vault, and beam. We are so proud of you for practicing your gymnastics at home, tracking your progress, watching this video. You guys are doing awesome. If there's some things you're still working on, that's okay. We believe in you. We know you're gonna get those skills if you keep putting in the practice. So it is time to play a game. We are going to play Simon Says, and when we do Simon Says, we're gonna do it with positions and skills that we've gone over in class today. So if your parents are with you, you can have them come over and watch and show them all the stuff you've learned in class today. So before we start, let's do a practice round. Make sure we all know the rules. I'll do it with you. So Simon says, show me a coupe. Simon says, show me a passe. Simon says, show me a releve. Show me a bridge. Uh-oh, so if you moved like I started to move, that means we're gonna do 2 jumping jacks. So we don't wanna move unless I say Simon Says. You have to hear the word Simon Says. So let's do 2 jumping jacks. 1, 2. Okay, you ready to get started? Simon says, show me a pike. Simon says, show me a straddle. Simon says, show me a butterfly. Simon says, show me a table. Show me a bridge. Uh-oh, if you did Simon says, show me releve. Simon says, show me passe. Simon says, show me coupe. Show me releve. Uh-oh, if you moved. We weren't supposed to move. Let's do 2 froggy jumps. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, let's do another round. Simon says, show me a cartwheel. Simon says, show me a forward roll. Simon says, show me a hollow body. Show me a supergirl. Uh-oh, if you did your supergirl, we gotta do 2 jumping jacks. 1, 2. Okay, let's try another round. Simon says, show me a split. Simon says, show me a straddle. Simon says, show me a bridge. Simon says, show me a lunge. Simon says, show me a cartwheel. Simon says, show me a releve. Simon says, show me a passe. Simon says, show me a coupe. Simon says, show me a passe. Simon says, show me a coupe. Show me a releve. Uh-oh, if you did your releve, you weren't supposed to move. Let's do 2 jumping jacks. 1, 2. Nice job, girls. So, junior stars, you did awesome today. Very good job. I hope you had tons and tons of fun. You can go back and watch this video as many times as you want. Remember, if you bring out that filled out progress chart, you're gonna get 25 tickets when you come back. So that is gonna be super awesome. I know you guys have been saving up for some of the bigger prizes. So keep working hard, have fun, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.